and also to Women's Health and Safety Day. Here at Talking with Famous People, we believe in the health and safety of women, including this one right here. She goes by the name of Rachel. And I have another one named Delilah in my family, another woman. Plus, I got a woman cat named Capio. I believe in all of their health and safety. That's why next year I'm going to make sure not to miss Mariposa's annual Women's Health and Safety Day, which, once I looked at the poster, turned out to be an opportunity for women and children to try out different handguns and ammunition. What could be healthier or safer than that? So I'm obviously worried about Rachel's health and safety now since we missed it this year. You know, children as young as 3 were encouraged to attend. For women and children, it's free. You can try out these different handguns, see which one is most suitable for you. Try out different kinds of ammunition. Next year, I'm going to make sure to drop off Rachel early in the morning and pick her up late at night.
Oh no, I would be unprepared.
Well, you get a chance to try a lot of different handguns.
That's true.
Here you go, darling.
That's what I'll tell them too. My husband thinks I should stay longer at the Women's Health and Safety Day
Because I believe in your health and safety.
Yeah. You're not like some fair-weathered
No.
health and safety person.
No. In fact, that's my prescribed treatment for all health problems. Why do we need to go to the doctor? Let's say you've got a broken foot. Why not just go shoot some guns?
Yeah.
That would probably be the best way to improve your health.
Hey, Boba Fett.
Let's pull up the old chatteroo on the old Muggity Meow. So once again today, when I started up this stream, before I started it, whose post pops up in my feed? Mike Hart.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The last post of his I saw that popped up in my feed. I was talking shit about tarot. This one was talking shit about overcomplicating explanations. Well, some famous guy once said, an explanation should be as simple as it can be and no simpler. As, who else? Einstein said that. As, Feynman said, Dr. Feynman, if I could explain it to you, it wouldn't be worthy of the Nobel Prize. So, you know, there are some explanations that are necessarily kind of complicated. And to pretend as though personality type is best explained with letter dichotomies in the absence of any functions is insane. And just plain wrong. After all, the dichotomies are letter dichotomies of something, right? You can't dichotomize nothing. So, anyhow, one does wonder if he's not trying to subtly take shots across my bow. But that may be just, you know, in my intuition running wild, it's possible, certainly. Women's Health and Safety Day. If you are a woman and you are here today, congratulations. Just being here will make you at least 4% healthier and at least 6% safer. So, it's some good news for you. If you're not a woman, you're still welcome to be healthy and safe today. That's fine. Today should not be taken as a rejection of health and safety for non-women. Instead, it's just a day when we encourage women all around the world to try a lot of different firearms and ammunition. It helps keep them healthy and safe. And these services are available to children as young as 3 years old. So, I think that's wonderful to get 3-year-olds get them accustomed to safely using handguns. And you're never too young. And too few women, like Rachel, she's not even ever shot the rifle that we have. How is she supposed to really get comfortable with a handgun? Only through Women's Health and Safety Day. I couldn't believe this poster when I saw it. It said Women's Health and Safety Day. And it showed this lady with ear headphones on, like sound canceling headphones. No, it's Women's Health and Safety Day, okay? It's a day when women the world around try different handguns and different ammunition. I shit you not, the Mariposa Fish and Game Association we missed it, it was October 21st, they had Women's Health and Safety Day, and it was a day in which women and children could come try handguns and ammunition for free. Different kinds of handguns and ammunition. It was totally free for women and children as young as 3 years old. And it's called Women's Health and Safety Day. Okay, I get the safety part. Okay, I get the safety part. Where does the health part come in? I guess it's healthy to get out there and, shoot a gun and get a little exercise, maybe.
I guess.
I'm not sure, but I love that poster so much. Now that's a Women's Health and Safety Day we can all get behind.
It's so funny because I noticed the poster, but I totally didn't read. I didn't see the picture of the woman with the headgear. I didn't. I was just like, oh, women's health and safety. It must be about their health and
safety.
Yeah.
No, it's just about giving women a chance to play with a lot of guns and children.
Yeah, and children. They're very inclusive.
All the guns and ammunition are provided by the Mariposa Fish and Game Society. Please do not bring your own firearms. It says so on the poster. So, next year, I'll make sure to keep an eye out for it because maybe Rachel's not that enthusiastic about her own health and safety, but I'm very enthusiastic about her health and safety.
Thanks.
Yeah. So maybe one of those things where I have to sign her up for it. Just to sign her up for the full day intensive training. Get her ready to be part of the Green Berets. See, I imagine Rachel thinks this is a dumb idea. I don't really want to go to this. And then I send her to it and she comes back from it and she's She's like, okay, listen, I want to get a pearl handled 9mm Ruger with meow 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 meow. She's like all into guns. And she suddenly becomes, her health and safety scores go way up.
I feel self-conscious now that they're like nothing's been done to my.
Her health and
Yeah, I
safety
missed
scores.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I just learned today how dramatically strong the correlation between handgun usage and women's health and safety was. They should have called it Women's Health and Safety and Reproductive Rights Day. And still have it just be about handguns. You know, the feminist women's uterus celebration and goddess festival. It's just about chicks getting to use guns. I wonder if a lot of men take their wives there and say, honey, I'm sorry, you need to get more experience with a handgun. I mean, I don't need to be a stick in the mud, but I'm just thinking maybe 3 years old is a little young for handgun training. I don't know. Call me a call me a Karen, if you will. It just seems to me that 3 years old is. It might be okay to start your kid skiing at 3 years old on like the bunny slopes. But are there really any bunny guns? You know? Honey, you need to learn to shoot guns, and if I ever die fighting a bear. Well, you know, I had a likely close encounter with a bear not that long ago where I was just being a dumb city kid and city old man. I walked outside, I was on the porch out there, and I heard this sound of something that sounded fairly large off on the hillside, and I walked over there with my cigarette. I couldn't see anything, it was pitch dark. I'm like, what's that? And I realized, oh shit, that might be a bear. I should go inside and get a flashlight. Then when I did, I realized I think it was a bear because there was all this big grass pushed down like by something big, you know. Anyway, I didn't get eaten by a bear that day. And even if I had, I don't think Rachel would have had a need for a handgun. I mean, unless the bear, having a taste for Strauss blood, decided to go immediately after Rachel. Yeah, I feel better today. Had kind of a meh couple of days. But today is a little bit less meh. So I guess that makes it more muh. And obviously muh is a lot better than meh when you're measuring M things. We had a nice dinner at the roadside diner in town, the Miners Inn Roadside Diner. Yeah, the food was good. The waitress was really good. She was interesting and pleasant. She told us that she would get our food out expeditiously. Never heard any waiter or waitress say that to me before. Oh, you're gonna get it out expeditiously, huh? Oh, cool. Good for you. You didn't look like the kind of lady you'd expect to hear that from exactly. In my mind, she was some kind of intuitive. I don't know what kind, but she was cool. Yeah, she looked like the clientele of the diner itself, which is pretty like blue collary kind of rural country music. A poster for Women's Health and Safety Day. It's really just about promoting handguns. um, I don't know. I was thinking maybe like an ENFP or something.
ENFP?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
You know, some demonstrative FE plus
Yeah.
some, who else but an NE Don was going to say, I will get that food to you expeditiously. Somebody who likes words is going to say that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we try to keep things safe around here. We keep the doors locked, and I do have a rifle ready to go if need be. So, you know, hopefully every day can be Women's Health and Safety Day around here.
Yeah.
I try to drive safely.
Eric does drive safely.
I generally drive slower than the people behind me.
I appreciate that. To me, this area calls for more of a moseying, kind of Sunday driving.
Yep. I don't know if she had an NT husband or not. She was an older lady.
Yeah.
Probably my age or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think around your age. It looked like she had a picture of 2 kids in her, what do they call that? The ticket.
Her waitress pad?
Yeah, her waitress pad.
That's what always calls its heaviest flow pad is the waitress pad.
The waitress pad?
Purportedly able to catch enough blood to support a woman waitress on her heaviest flow day throughout a full day of waitressing without spilling a drop.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
By the end of the day, it weighed up to 10 pounds.
You'd think it'd get lighter.
No, it just gathers more and more blood.
Oh.
And blood's heavy.
Blood is heavy.
Blood weighs up to 2 pounds per pound.
Oh yes, Capillo. Get in on that shoe.
So, anyway, here we are, face to face. Just a couple of silver spoons. I wanted to live stream a little while because our live stream in the diner was aborted by bad Wi-Fi. I suspect if I had just tried to live stream via the data of the phone, I would have been more successful. But instead, I was logged into the Wi-Fi of the restaurant. There's Capillo. I think she's probably been upstairs.
I don't know. I don't know where upstairs she would have been.
Oh, you
Maybe
didn't
she
see
maybe
her
in the
up there?
black room. I didn't see her in the blue room or the the day room.
Well, I haven't seen her in a while, so I assume she must have been upstairs, but maybe not. You know, Trouble mostly stays downstairs all the time.
Yeah,
Every,
mostly. Sometimes he'll get into like a weird mood and he'll like run up the stairs.
when he feels like he wants a little exercise.
Yeah.
He needs to get a little bit more frolic in his shiz.
Yeah. Sometimes when I go upstairs, like not at bedtime, but at night, he'll follow me up there and I'll be like, "Oh, look who's here." But he rarely goes up there, so he has a safe space.
Well, like right now, there's Capillo, Rachel's butt.
Yes.
And there, over there, is. Let me switch the camera. Over there is Trouble, watching, just jealously looking on.
Yes.
Angry, with angry eyes.
He definitely doesn't.
You're petting Capillo. Oh, here he comes.
Just let her enjoy my shoes.
He wants to butt in. What you gonna do, Butter? Are you gonna butt in? You gonna be a butter?
Yeah, you're gonna be butter.
He's not even looking. Meow. He's just sitting, watching Capillo with an alarming amount of disdain. Now he's giving us fake eyes. Name a random car for an edit. The Barracuda. I don't remember which car maker made the Barracuda, but I named the Barracuda.
You named it, huh?
Well, he said name a random car.
Oh yeah, that is. You did name it. Yeah.
I named a random car.
Yeah, you did.
The Barracuda.
We saw it at the car show.
Yeah, it was maybe my favorite car there at the car show was that Barracuda. It's a badass Barracuda. You said CUDA on it. Apostrophe CUDA on the front of it.
My favorite car was the 1926 car because
You were born in 1926.
Yeah. So I wanted to see like what kind of car I would have been driving as a baby.
Yeah. She was born in January of 26. And she has aged. So, wow.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I take Viper venom and I put it all over my face.
Don't forget the oil of Olay.
Of course, oil of Olay.
For a 97-year-old, I gotta say, you look absolutely fantastic. Was it the Plymouths who made the Barracuda? I don't know. Maybe it was.
Maybe. I never even knew of the Barracuda before the car show.
I've heard of it before, but it's not one that immediately pops to mind in most people's heads when you think of muscle cars.
No.
It's going to be well down on the list of obvious muscle cars to name.
But it was a cool car to look at.
Yeah.
It was a cool color, so shiny.
Well, it was back in that time period when all the major car manufacturers were trying to make a muscle car.
Maybe it was Plymouth.
Maybe. Okay, well, we're going to do a little grinding.
Ooh.
Yeah. It's part of our weather stripping act.
Can I have a couple joints after you grind?
Sure.
Thank you. Yes.
First is the grinding stage. It goes like this. And next, I will roll a couple of joints for Rachel.
I super appreciate it.
No problem, darling.
My 4-slot SE is really bad at rolling joints. They're so loose.
Well, don't worry, because I'm something of an expert at the task.
I was just thinking how you were demonstrating TE.
Well, I mean, I figured out how to do this a long time ago, so at this point it's really just SE.
Ah, I get them confused all the time.
Well, a lot of people do because TE is the figuring out part. SE is the execution part. The TE is also an interface function, so like trying things out is a lot of times part of the TE process. So it's easy to get them kind of mixed up. Why does it need grinding? Because if I don't grind it, it won't smoke well as a joint or even as a bowl. Because, the fire doesn't get on it evenly.
Guess what? Another TE Dom wants to go into the medical field.
Who's that?
My cousin.
Shocking.
Right? Shocking. Capio agrees.
Yeah, well, she's a wise kitty. I've always said that about her. She has the wisdom of all the kitty peoples inside of her heart. That dog or whatever it was nearly got her the other night.
Oh, man.
But she bolted into the garage and was safe.
She went around and hid under the car.
In the garage?
No.
Outside?
Yeah. I was sitting in here and I saw a puffed tail and I was like, oh, that must be Capio. So I went over there to let her in, but she was too scared to move. So she stayed hidden under the car.
Well, at least one time she ran straight into the garage. I heard the flop of the door.
Okay.
So I don't know. We may be talking about different times. I'm not sure. Or she may have gone back outside after that. Seems unlikely, but possible.
Wow.
BSFLE, big sneezes for little Eric.
Yeah, big sneezes for little Eric.
So if you enjoy either big sneezes or little Eric's, you're going to enjoy this episode of Talking with Fitness People entitled Women's Health and Safety Day.
What do you guys think means, like, when you think of women's health and safety? What do you think of? It makes me think of biology. Or, like, what to do if, like, someone aggressive approaches you by your car.
Makes me think of, like, safe sex.
Yeah, that's the first thing that I thought of.
But I guess the safety thing kind of suggests karate.
You think of a salesperson who won't leave you alone, Jeremiah Fix? It's funny.
Jeremiah Fix, let's be honest now. Are you actually a woman? I'm gonna guess no. I've known you for a while now, and nothing about you has ever come across as especially womanly.
So then again, I'm really thinking of women's safety. It's probably sexual, yeah. That's what I was thinking. So I didn't even bother. I saw a sign that said women's health and safety, and I didn't even bother to look at it. Like don't even think I didn't notice the headphones on the woman's, not headphones, but headgear, whatever
Yeah,
it is.
protective
Protective
earwear or whatever.
yeah, on the woman in the ad. I just figured, oh, it's gonna be about sex and safe sex and whatever.
No, and it wasn't just for women. It was for children too, it turns out. They should have called it Women and Children's Health and Safety Day.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, good for Mariposa County. Made me, yet again, happy to be here in Mariposa County.
Me too.
And, it's a town where we went to this Miners Roadhouse diner, Miners Inn Roadhouse diner, and the bar was full.
Yeah, it was a party in there.
Yeah, the restaurant had just a few tables.
Mm-hmm.
But it was full of people who arrived in pickup trucks and motorcycles. You know? It was like that kind of crowd. I don't know if they actually arrived in pickup trucks and motorcycles, but it was definitely that kind of crowd.
Mm-hmm. Most of them had trucks, I think. There were a lot of trucks in the parking lot.
Yeah. And, we went to the hardware store to get our bug hats.
Mm-hmm.
Because there has been a recent return of the mini little bugs.
Yeah, there has been a return.
So, we noticed the neighbors going around with these hats on. They're like they're like beekeeper hats kind of, but they're with mosquito netting. And people take walks and says they have these hats on because they don't want what Les calls the face flies getting in their face. We didn't see them at the supermarket. We looked for them at the uh-oh.
Yeah, uh-oh's right. Look at what's going on right now.
Look at this nonsense. Here's Capillo. And there's trouble. Making trouble for Capillo. Yeah, you're on camera. We're going to have this all on camera. And then how are you going to deny it then?
Look at it. Now, because she was enjoying my shoes, he goes and, well, I don't know what he's doing right now.
He's just trying to play. I'm not causing problems. But really, he is causing problems. Mm-hmm. He's just being a narcissist kitty again. No, they're both cats, Chad Linton. But, they could, I suppose, be especially cat-looking rats. But they're not. There are cats. And cats are an important topic on Women's Health and Safety Day. Because I'm going to recommend to the Mariposa Fish and Game Advisory Council, or whatever they're called, the next year they include pets on their Health and Safety Day. This year's Health and Safety Day allowed women and children to ages as young as 3 to try out different handguns and ammunition for their health and safety. Next year, I'm going to try to get my cats to be allowed to go. The one thing that are not allowed on Women's Health and Safety Day are men. Men are not allowed to go learn to be healthy and safe. We're supposed to already know how to be healthy and safe.
Yeah.
It's with guns, of course.
Oh, yes.
I find
He was getting used to someone being in the kitchen while she eats too.
she doesn't need it.
No, she doesn't need it. He needs it.
Yeah. He really does. So yeah, gun people they're of interest to me. Please don't give unsolicited advice, Ezra. I like them. I feel fine around them, you know. They don't make me. I know. Obviously, you're supposed to understand the irony there, you know. Are you giving me unsolicited advice?
Yeah, that's like rude, actually. What are you, his mom?
I know.
Not that there's anything wrong with moms, obviously.
Did I ask for your opinion about my smoking habits? Ezra, can you please tell me what you think I should do with my body? Well, there's no reason for you to take it out on other people. And that's one to grow on. Here, let's smoke a bong rip to celebrate your growth.
I like this joint.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, me too.
We have trauma about it? Sorry about that.
As they once said in the 80s, don't you forget about me. Don't. So they once said in the 80s.
It is.
Yeah. Oh, I banned his ass a while back. Isn't it more pleasant without him? I think so. He's what's known as a rabble rouser. I don't necessarily want the rabble to be roused. And incidentally, my trauma depends on Ruben's trauma. So,
My trauma depends on your trauma.
right, so Ezra, star, please, the details of your trauma are going to determine the rest of our status about everything. Uh-oh. If Ruben's saying "aw shit," then I'm saying "aw shit," which means Rachel's saying "aw
Oh,
shit."
shit.
We're all fucked now.
Oh my god, I know it.
I should have guessed. As soon as I saw star as a star cover the world, I should have said, uh-oh, we're in trouble now. I think I might want to get a drink from the fridge. Maybe then go outside and smoke a cigarette.
What do I hear?
Just as kind of like an honorarium to Ezra and his great sacrifice today. Hi, Kitty. Yes, you're a wonderful friend.
Again, that's like. I guess everyone's entitled to their opinion. I was just trying to parent you again.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there are a class of people in the world, Rachel, that we call slow learners.
You know, I was considered a little slow learner.
Well, good for you. So, as we say in Korean, dambe pinan shiganida. In other words, it's time to smoke a cigarette. Or as they say in Spanish, si, fumar. It's chilly. Got a bit of the autumn chill. Get away, little bugs. Nobody invited you to this party.
Use some modesty pants.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly out here, huh? Don't worry, Rachel. I foresee us tonight having a classic TV party. Yep, I think there might be some TV on that's worth watching.
Fun.
I could conceive of us watching it. I think we may have conceivably a Naked and Afraid to watch. Or maybe we don't. I'm not sure, do we?
I don't think we do. I think we watched it the day it came out.
On Monday? Maybe we did. Maybe we did.
We'll check it out. We'll check it out though.
I think it's also possible that we have a new Rick and Morty to watch.
That's possible.
I believe there's a football game on this evening. Wyoming versus somebody. It seemed interesting to watch. Hello. Baseball Bros. I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard for me to read things on my phone. Baseball Bros. Well,
baseball's officially over.
Yeah, the Texas Rangers won the World Series, defeating the Arizona Diamondbacks in just 5 games. I was rooting for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, I was too.
However, I'm glad that neither the Astros nor the Braves won the World Series.
Me too. Rangers never had a World Series win before, so
good for them.
Yeah.
I'm sure Texas is very happy about it.
Yeah, they are.
Now, I'm currently experiencing the natural laxative effect of live streaming. Would you like to stay with the people or should they go with me?
I'll go with you.
Okay, well, the people and you can come with me. And we'll all go to the bathroom together. A wonderful time will be had by all. Baseball bros, one thing you might want to know about me and Rachel, since you're a baseball bro, is that she and I are co-presidents of the Shea Langoliers
Yes.
fan club.
Yes, we are.
If you're not familiar with Shea Langoliers, he is, of course, the catcher, starting catcher for the woeful Oakland A's.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
That's fine. You're always welcome to Blissman.
I don't want to. No, that's absolutely rude.
Darling, it's fine. I'm sure. I know I accidentally blow smoke at you all the time. The least you could do is get me back occasionally.
It's true. It would balance up the scales.
Yeah. That's a good poop. That's a meaty poop. That's the kind of poop that Aunt Poops a lot notes in her notebook of notable poops. Aunt Poops a lot, of course, isn't her actual name. It's a moniker she coughed when she realized, hey, I poop a lot. Yeah. So probably won't be live streaming for an especially long time this evening. I'm gonna finish my pooping here in a second after I pee. Well, I wanted to check in. I wanted to inform everybody about Women's Health and Safety Day.
It's important.
Yeah. So, we miss a lot of events around town that we'd like to go to, but that we forget about. Like the recent MISO performance.
Yeah.
We see the things for a lot of the events and then forget about them, but I didn't see the thing for this Health and Safety Day until after it was passed. I suspect I'd have had a hard time convincing Rachel to go to it.
It gives me anxiety just thinking about it. Like, I'd be so, like, nervous. I would be telling the instructor, too, like, I'm so nervous.
I'm sure you'd be exactly the kind of person they think they want to help a lot, you know. Somebody who's scared of guns and, you know. I'm sure you'd be their dream customer, really.
For some reason, I would want to be learning from, like, a female.
Well, you probably don't want a guy putting his hands on you and stuff. You know?
Yeah, I don't.
I don't want that either. I'm not sure how much of that is necessary when they're teaching you how to shoot a gun. Probably some.
Probably some. I mean, I'd be, like, shaking.
Right. Well, remember, children as young as 3 years old can do
That's crazy.
So I'm sure you'd be fine.
Yeah. I would be, like, extremely nervous.
You wouldn't really want to do it.
No, I wouldn't.
Just because I think it would be fun. Like, a fun story for you to have, like going to that thing. Doesn't mean you'd actually enjoy it.
I have to interact with people.
Yeah, it's true.
All the tarot readers say that it's good to get out and, like you don't want to be too much of a hermit, but like I don't know, whatever. Just like, leave me alone.
Well, we're in our own personal hermitage. In Russia, you know, in the Tsarist period, they had their main house, which was like in Moscow. Then they had their country retreat home, which was called the Hermitage. Like where they went off to be by themselves or something.
Huh.
And think about the mysteries of Russia. But it was this ridiculously large palace to be called like a country retreat or a hermitage or something. It was this ridiculously large and lavish palace with all this art in it and stuff. Anyway, now it's a museum in St. Petersburg. Still called the Hermitage.
Wow.
So, keep that in mind for future reference.
I don't know what.
What's that?
I don't know what to think about that.
The Hermitage?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's interesting that there's a kind of building that's called a place where you go be a hermit.
Yeah, that is interesting. I think it's good. I mean, I don't know. Was that like a group of Russians, like from like anesthesia, like that group of?
Yeah, that was the last group of that.
Oh my God! Had such a horrific death.
Well, sure, yes, but it's also the case that trauma knows. Urban art, you get a wonder point for trauma
Yeah,
knows.
you do.
I know it's a little late arriving, but it's well earned. It's the new hit game by Milton Bradley, Trauma Knows. That's good. That's good and refreshing. So, I think I'm about ready to wrap it up. I don't have a whole lot of streaming in me. I don't have any amphetamines in me. So, I think I've said all I had to say for today. And I'm ready to sit here with Rachel and be gay.
What did I have to ask? Or how did I say it? Like, so like, is that, do you think like having a hermitage is a bad thing? Like, and that's why tarot readers are like, you shouldn't be a hermit?
No, I just like the notion of having a building devoted towards you being a hermit. I think there's a parallel in the sense that our hermitage is probably a little more building than we need. But I don't draw any further parallels besides that. Just to think that it's kind of funny that we're being hermits in our hermitage. It's also our only home. It's not like this is our country home or something.
No.
So, anyway.
We're year-rounders.
Yeah, we're year-rounders. Which counts for all 12 months.
It does.
It does. So, okay. I think we're going to bid you all a very fond adieu and hope that you and yours have a wonderful Friday evening. Rachel and I will probably watch some sports. I don't know. Whatever else we'll do.